Hey noble ones, welcome back to my channel. So apparently the UK has finally moving into becoming the ultimate totalitarian police state. So for those who don't know, we've got the following. UK government. Adults can still use social media, just verify with facial recognition, digital ID, passports or credit cards. They look at his face. Look at his face. They claim it's about banning kids from the internet. It's about ending all online anonymity in a nation that jails people for dissent. Britain has fallen, no longer free. Well, they haven't been free ever since this man has been in power. Man, traitor to the West. But the reality is, we know exactly what they do. Anyone understands that it's an excuse, right? The children, we need to protect the children. How about this one, Stammer? If you really want to protect the children, why don't you look at this? This guy posted racist comments on Facebook. He got 15 weeks in prison. This guy sold anti-immigration stickers. He got 24 months in prison. This guy raped a 12-year-old girl. 180 community hours, no prison time. This is the UK. I checked, by the way. I double-checked because I don't just believe stuff I see. I checked. Yeah, he didn't see. His 2-year sentence was suspended. Because, I mean, so in his culture, I guess it's not. Protecting children, really, it's an excuse, because social media platforms already have like limitations, age limitations, and require, like, if you're under 13 you can't use this, that, like, it already exists. Protect the children is clearly an excuse to infringe onto your privacy, but it's more than that. It's not just about monitoring. If you think this is about monitoring, you literally have no idea. Do remember that the UK arrests people over retweets, not just retweets. Please take a second to think, let that sink in. UK free speech crackdown sees up to 30 people a day arrested for petty offences such as retweets and cartoons. So, we already know that the UK has tens of thousands of people arrested because of what they say on social media. And make no mistake, this is not like the US where you got First Amendment rights, which means you got free speech, and that free speech doesn't cover you if your speech is inciting to violence or if you're doing direct threats, that kind of stuff. There are some exceptions, but in general, ugly speech is fine. You can literally, legally say that you don't like a single people. You can do that. What you can't say in the US is, let's go shoot them all up, see you tomorrow at 4 in this shopping center with an AR-15. You can't say that. So there are clearly, that's how it works. In the UK, anything that is deemed to be racist or, at this point, I'm going to say mean, because they keep reshaping it, this hate speech nonsense, they keep reshaping it in ways that just make no sense. Also because it is hate speech if you complain about sexual minorities, racial minorities, but you can hate Christians and white people all you want. You can delete Anglo-Saxons from the curriculum and it's fine. But of course, if you say something mean about, I don't know, the guy who raped a 12-year-old child who was illegal and wasn't even supposed to be there, then you get arrested. But it's not even that. Guys, retweets and cartoons. You draw a cartoon, I don't like it, prison. Retweets, retweets, guys, means that if I click this, repost, I don't even have to add a comment. That's a retweet. So, and by the way, I don't know if you've ever done it, but a couple of times I have retweeted by mistake. I clicked and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't mean to do that. And then I removed it. But that appears on the homepage. And then when people click it, it says, this post is no longer available because if I didn't mean it, usually I remove it. I imagine that's enough. So you have to be very careful how you move that freaking mouse if you live in the UK. Because, careful, prison time, not free, not free, free, not free, free, not free. But before we continue, let's have a word from today's sponsor. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their platforms could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health struggles, you should hear this. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm they caused. You can use the link in my description or scan the QR code to take a short quiz to see if you qualify for a case. You may be entitled to a potential recovery of up to $1,000. So, in a country that is doing this, clearly, when people retweet, when people post on their social media accounts, they're doing it usually with their real names. Because, you know, who would have thought? People thought they were free, but they were not. But with this new disgusting piece of legislation, this clown with the fake lie and excuse of protecting children, what he's doing is, oh, you want to use the internet? Any website that they have in the list, we'll look at the list, by the way, because I got something to say. Facebook, X, YouTube, everything, you want to use them? We want to know who you are. ID. Credit card. We know exactly who you are. So the split second you say something, you leave a comment they don't like, they'll find you. You got UK officers, British officers, probably one of which will have a hijab, knock on your door and enforce Sharia law. And enforce the law that this monster has just created, which means control. No one will be able to say anything. This is the same level. I mean, Stalin will be proud. This is totalitarian level. But they have to wrap it up in, we need to protect you. We need to protect. At this point, I prefer the Chinese. Because the Chinese say, no, you can't use these websites because we decided that they are against our government, totalitarian, once again. And so if you use them, we'll arrest you. If you protest, we'll put the tanks. I mean, I don't appreciate that, obviously. But at least they say it. They're like, it's against our government. We think as a government that stuff pushes propaganda that is against us. You're not going to watch it. You're not going to use it. You don't like it, leave. But this guy, it's to protect the children. And there are clowns that support this. They believe it. Oh, yeah, it's for the children, yeah. What are the platforms? Here's a list. This legislation is targeting specific social media platforms for those under 16, in theory. But everyone, the entire population, has to show the ID so that if you're not under 16, you can keep using it. So don't let this nomenclature confuse you. It's like, but it's only for the kids. No, because everyone needs to prove they're not kids, which means everyone has to show the ID. Also, I don't think they're achieving two things. They're doing the monitoring, so you have to be scared what you post, comment, click, say, write, because they'll be at your place immediately, because of course they'll know who you are, your address, everything. But at the same time, they're also making sure that the children who are under 16, meaning the ones that they are brainwashing at school with all of the decolonizing the curriculum, white bad, the Western civilization is awful, all the nonsense, the Vikings were Muslims, they were all transgender, that kind of stuff, so they can brainwash them, and then the children do not have access to the outside world. Think about it. Children, perhaps they were on, I hate TikTok, so it's not like I'm defending TikTok, scratch that, but X. Okay, maybe kids were on X and they were reading my posts where I say this is nonsense, they can't do it anymore. So there is also that. It helps with their brainwashing of the new generation of voters, and at the same time, they control the rest of the country. But what are these platforms? I'm going to read them. Facebook, Instagram. So the restriction will cover major networks such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, X, and YouTube. Messaging apps like WhatsApp and Signal will be exempt. So you can use WhatsApp, but did you notice that there is a specific website that isn't mentioned, apart from Reddit? But there is a specific website that isn't mentioned. Do you notice it? They're putting X. What about Blue Sky? They can't be more clear than this. So the kids can use Blue Sky, even though we know there is a massive PDF file problem on Blue Sky. But they're okay with it because Blue Sky has become the radical left, we're so happy Charlie Kirk died, swampland, where they all gather to do that. Children can use it, not a problem. Tell me this is random. It just happened. They forgot. Tell me that's random. But X, no, can't use it. I'm sorry, if you can't use X, you can't use Blue Sky. This is ridiculous. I don't even know where we're going with this. This is insane. Blue Sky is not on the list. So children can get radicalized on Blue Sky, and exposed to PDF files, not that they care. And children can be radicalized on Reddit, but don't you dare use YouTube, even though there is so much stuff for children on YouTube, to be honest, and not to mention the educational. There is a lot of educational aspects of YouTube that are great. No, you can't do that. Can't use it. If you're a kid, you will be told what to think. If you're a kid in the UK, I swear. It's dystopic. This is what it is. It's a dystopia. And people need to... I don't know who the hell voted this man. If you voted this man, you need to sit down and repent. Because at this point, this is beyond partisan and party preferences. Not to mention all the rest that he does that I've already criticized a million times with the migrants and all that nonsense and this worshipping of Muslim... I also read broader internet restrictions. The legislation also extends to features like live streaming and restriction on adult chatbots. Well, adult, obviously. Adults would generally be exempt from ID checks if they have long-standing accounts, so if they belong to the party, or link their accounts to a credit card, of course, because the credit card tells you who they are. So they're not exempt. However, first-time sign-ups or unlocking certain age-restricted content may require methods like facial recognition, scans, or uploading IDs. The next thing they're gonna do is they're gonna... This is an episode of Black Mirror, guys, because the next thing they're gonna do is that they're gonna uplink everything and connect it to the CCTV cameras, and then the cameras will be able to recognize, oh, this is a guy who made this post 3 hours ago, get him. I hope reform wins. Restore, reform, any of them. I don't even care at this point. You need your freedom back. If you appreciate my content so far and wish to help ensure my ability to continue to tell it how it is, regardless of any possible backlash, please support this channel on Patreon. Any support helps me and my team of academics keep the channel strong and gives us the means to fight back against the political rewriting of history. Stand with us, form the wall, defend the truth.